Google Ads optimization score. Does it matter at all? First week working with a new client, I get a call. They log into Google Ads, see the optimization score sitting low, and straight away assume nothing has been done. To them, that low number means bad management. Here's the truth. The optimization score isn't proof of whether the ads is working or not. It's Google's checklist of suggestions. Some tips are useful, like catching a miss setting. Others, they're just Google nudging you to spend more. In this video, I break down what the Google Ads optimization score really is, where you can find it, how Google actually calculates that percentage, and why chasing 100% doesn't guarantee you more sales. I will also show you when it's worth paying attention to and when you can safely ignore those recommendations. Hi, I'm Clarice Lin, the ROI Doctor. I help Shopify store owners like you double their revenue with profitable Google Ads. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Want to check if your Google Ads are sending the right shoppers to your store? Introducing my top resource, the Google Ads Pulse Check. It's a 9-point diagnostics checklist that helps you figure out if your ads are attracting the most likely buyers. If they're not, it's time to review your campaigns and all your landing pages so you can make the improvements that drive more sales. Head over to claricelin.com to download it. There's also a direct link in the description below and pinned in the comments. Without further ado, let's dive into today's topic. Now, first of all, let's look at how Google themselves define optimization score. Let's read it together. I'm going to put a screenshot right here. Optimization score is an estimate of how well your Google Ads account is set to perform. Scores run from 0 to 100%, with 100% meaning that your account can perform at its full potential. Along with the score, you will see a list of recommendations that can help you optimize each campaign. Each recommendation shows how much your optimization score will be impacted in percentages when you apply that recommendation. Now, we've read Google's official definition. Let's break down what Google is actually saying. First, they call it an estimate of how well your account is set to perform. Notice the word estimate. That's not a guarantee. Second, they say 100% means your account can perform at its full potential. Sounds great, but read carefully. They don't say your campaigns will actually get better results. Third, the recommendations. Google says each one shows how much your score will improve when you apply it. Again, that's just talking about the score, not your sales or profit. And here's what's missing. Nowhere does Google say this score is tied to your campaign performance. Nowhere do they say it guarantees results. And nowhere do they mention your unique business model, your profit margins, or your products. It's a one-size-fits-all checklist, not a measure of success. In plain English, Google is giving you a number based on how much of the checklist you have ticked off. The higher the number, the more of their recommendations you have accepted or declined. That's all it is. So where can you actually see this optimization score in Google Ads in your account? When you log into Google Ads, go to the menu on the left and click on Overview. On that page, scroll down a little and you will see a box that shows your overall account optimization score, plus the optimization score for each campaign. You can also go to the campaign, click on campaign on the left and see the list of campaigns. Against each campaign, you can see the individual optimization score as well. Next, I want to show you how Google calculates the optimization score. For example, in this screenshot, you can see 4 campaigns, each with a different score: 86.8%, 87.5%, 90.1%, and 97.9%. When you add them together and divide by 4, you get the average account score of 90.6%. That's how Google calculates your account overall optimization score. If you only have one campaign, your campaign score is the same as your account score. If you have multiple campaigns, Google just adds them up and takes the average for your account score. So that's the account level. But how does Google calculate the individual score for each campaign? Let's look at Google's own documentation and read it together. Optimization score is calculated in real time based on the statistics, settings, and the status of your account and campaigns, the relevant impact of available recommendations, and recent recommendations history. Applying or dismissing these recommendations changes the overall optimization score of your account. Optimization score and available recommendations can change based on many factors, ranging from your settings to trends in the ads ecosystem. You may see a different score and a new set of recommendations when these changes happen. Now, let's break down what Google really means. Google is saying the score changes live based on what you do in your account. Add or dismiss a recommendation, the number moves. Change a setting, the number moves. They're also saying the score is shaped by your account setup and past performance. So it's looking at your data and your settings. And not every recommendation is equal. Some changes account for more, some account for less. In plain English, the score is just a moving number that goes up or down depending on what actions you take and how much weight Google gives to those actions. And here's the key point. None of this is actually about your actual campaign performance. Google never says this score guarantees more sales, more profit, or better results. It's only about following that checklist. Let me do a screen share here to show you what this means. So in this example, we have a score of 90.6% for the Google Ads account. And these are the recommendations that make up the missing 9.4%. Set the target CPA that's worth 3.8%, adjust your budgets that's worth 2%, improve your performance mix asset groups that's 3.5%, and add site links to your ads that's 0.1%. You can either choose to accept or dismiss the recommendation. If a recommendation looks useful for your business, you can click apply or review it in more details. Accepting it will also increase your optimization score. But if it doesn't make sense for your business, click the 3 dots next to it and dismiss it. The score goes up either way, whether you accept or dismiss, because Google only cares that the recommendation is resolved. If you dismiss it and select, I don't think this will improve my performance, or this isn't relevant for my business, the score increases straight away. In this case, if I choose to dismiss all 4 recommendations because I've decided it's not going to help my campaigns perform better, the score will go up to 100%. Let me show you how this works. I'm going to start with dismissing adjust your budgets recommendation. Click on the 3 dots and click on dismiss all. And there are 3 options here. I can choose either I don't think this will improve my performance, or I can also choose this isn't relevant for my business. And then after selecting one of these, I'll click dismiss. And you can see from 90.6% it has gone up to 92.6%. Next, we are going to dismiss set a target CPA. Click on dismiss all. Choose one of it. I choose I don't think this will improve my performance. Click on dismiss all. Now you can see that the score has gone up again to 96.4%. I'm going to dismiss the rest right now and show you how this goes up to 100%. There, as you can see, the score is now 100%. So you can see how easy it is to push your score to 100%, even if you don't change anything meaningful in your campaigns. And that's the big point I'm trying to make here. Chasing 100% does not guarantee you more sales. It just means you have cleared Google's checklist. Now let's look at when this score is actually worth paying attention to and when you can safely ignore it. Let's start with when the optimization score is actually useful. Sometimes the recommendations highlight simple gaps that will help you get more click-throughs. For example, if you haven't added site links or call-outs, the score will flag those, and adding them can make your ads more complete. It might also suggest uploading more assets like images in different sizes. That way your ads can show across more placements. Now, when should you ignore or dismiss those recommendations? Many of those recommendations push you to spend more. For example, raise your budget. If your campaign isn't converting well yet, adding more money just means losing more money. I cover this in detail in my video when increasing more ad budgets gets worse results, including when's the best time to raise your budget and how much to increase by. Link is in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Then, there is use more broad match keywords. This often pulls in a ton of irrelevant clicks that cost you money without bringing sales. I've got another video when Google Ads exact match gets you better results where I explain when not to use broad match so you minimize wasted ad clicks. Link is in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Another common one is expand targeting to target all products. That spreads your budget too thin and stops you from focusing on your best sellers. You can check out my video, Google Ads Strategy When Less is More, where I show you how promoting fewer products can actually improve campaign performance. Link is in the top right-hand corner of the screen. And finally, switching bidding strategies too early. If there isn't enough data, Google doesn't know how to optimize properly, so results can actually get worse. You can watch my video, Maximize Conversion Value Bidding Strategy, What Google Doesn't Say, and you can understand how these bidding strategies really work before just changing them because Google recommends it. Link is in the top right-hand corner of the screen. What I've just mentioned are a few of those common recommendations that's not necessarily helpful for you. I hope that gives you a clearer idea of what could be helpful or useless, and you can apply it for your own business. To wrap this up, here is your key takeaway. The Google Ads optimization score is just a number based on Google's checklist. It's not a guarantee of more sales, more profit, or better results. Use it as a guide to catch simple gaps, but don't chase 100% for the sake of it. What really matters is whether your campaigns are bringing in profitable sales. And if you want to check whether your ads are actually reaching the right shoppers, don't forget to grab my free resource, the Google Ads Pulse Check. It's a 9-point diagnostics checklist that shows you if your campaigns are set up to attract real buyers. Head over to claricelyn.com to download it or click on the link in the description and pin comment below. If you're struggling to scale your campaigns or make Google Ads work harder for you, get in touch at claricelyn.com. I can help you spot where to scale back, where to scale up, and how to turn more of your ad budgets into growing your customer base. If you're ready for a Google Ads strategy that actually supports your business goals, check the description and pin comment for my contact information. Alternatively, head directly to claricelyn.com. And I'd love to hear from you. If you have any questions about Google Ads optimization score, drop them in the comments below. If you found this video helpful in learning more about Google Ads optimization score, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss future videos on how to double your Shopify revenue with profitable Google Ads. I'm Claricelyn, the RI Doctor, signing off. Till the next video, stay profitable.